Station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning. Happy Saturday, guys. We are waking up to some cloudy conditions out there, but overall temperatures will be on the mild side, and then sunshine returns just in time for Easter. So definitely keep it here. We'll talk about that forecast, guys, in just a bit.
All right, also coming up this Saturday morning on DC News Now, daycare abuse. Parents are outraged after they learn an employee is fired for physically harming kids, all in a place where they are brought to learn. DC News Now investigating this morning. We're going to hear from parents on why, even though the employee was fired immediately, they still don't feel safe there. Fire felony. A man now admitting to investigators he intentionally set fire to an apartment, displacing 10 and costing over $1 million in damage. And later on, we are taking you 85 feet underground inside Metro as crews wrap up an 8-month-long construction project, one of the biggest in Metro's history. On a very, very busy Saturday morning, the first thing we're doing is taking you live outside as we always do. A little bit windy out there, camera shaking around as we take you live to Reagan National Airport there in Virginia. Planes are still taking off, people heading off to vacations, maybe spring break, because it is Holy Week after all. Brittany Ward standing by there in the Weather Center. Brittany, today not as nice as it's going to be tomorrow for Easter. Absolutely,
Joe. So I wouldn't say today is the pick of the weekend. Definitely going to be holding that off for your Sunday, mainly because we're going to be dealing with the clouds. But overall, we are dry across the DMV. A live look at radar showing you the overall picture. Those showers mainly off to the south. That's where they're going to be staying as we head into the weekend. High pressure just off to the north. This will slip its way into our area as we head into tonight and even into your Sunday. And that, my friends, will be providing clear skies across the entire DMV. Temperature-wise, though, we are still fairly mild out there, especially along the Beltway. A little bit chilly as you head further off to the north and west, with those temperatures still holding on to the lower 30s. Now, overall highs today will rebound into the 50s, lower 50s here in the nation's capital, upper 50s as you head there to Martinsburg and even Kaiser. But again, it's going to be a cloudy day. We're going to be holding on to those clouds throughout the morning and even through the afternoon. So a look at your weekend. 54 today with those clouds, lots of sunshine to talk about for your Sunday, as highs are going to be rebounding into the 60s, and then it looks like we got 80s to talk about in that 7-day forecast. So definitely keep it here. We'll time everything out for you guys in just a bit.
All right, that is Brittany Ward to start us off there from the Weather Center. Brittany, thank you. Our top story this morning taking us to Prince George's County, Maryland, where a video has gone viral on social media showing a woman physically abusing children at a daycare. Yamari Sase covers the county for us. This morning she's investigating and talking to parents who say they are very upset.
Parents here at Oxon Hill Center for Early Learning tell me that they are frustrated after learning that an employee allegedly harmed 2 students. Now, the daycare center says that employee was fired, but some parents still don't feel comfortable.
It should have never happened. How did it happen? You know, everyone has an off day, but it shouldn't happen. It's kids.
Ladura White was surprised when she saw several videos of an employee picking up and slamming kids to the ground at her son's daycare, the Oxon Hill Center for Early Learning.
My son has been here for 2 years, and I've never had any issues, but to wake up to this is like ridiculous. It should never happen. To see that on my day off, and then the first way I'm hearing about it is through social media versus the school. It's disgusting.
In a letter to parents, the school says, "We take seriously the safety of our children. Therefore, upon being informed of the video, we immediately took action. The employee was fired." They say the incident was reported to police, Office of Child Protective Services, and the Office of Child Care. White says she's concerned about her 3-year-old son's safety.
I don't feel safe, and I have to go to work, and I have to think of this, or is my child safe, or is someone putting his hands on him? And that's not fair.
The daycare says the employee's criminal and child abuse background check was clear before hiring her. Parents say they hope the employee will be held accountable.
Those are innocent kids that didn't ask for anything. They come to school supposed to be for a learning environment and somewhere safe while their parents are away or at work, and it's not fair.
Prince George's County Police Department tell me that they are taking over this investigation. For now, reporting in Oxon Hill, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Anne-Marie, thank you. We're going to take you to Virginia now with a quick update there. A teenager is in critical condition this morning after being stabbed at a Walmart in Fairfax County. This happened at the store on Richmond Highway. Police say 2 teens, they were found with stab wounds late last night. The condition of that second teenager is unknown. However, according to police, the suspect is currently in custody. Officials also saying that the suspect and the victims did know each other. They didn't release any more information. We are expecting more today or over the weekend. Once we do get it, we'll bring it to you right here at DC News Now, on air and online at dcnewsnow.com.
I'm just a little disturbed with the fire last night because so many people have been affected and kids and stuff involved, and then to find out that it's arson, that makes it even worse.
All right, new this morning, police in Prince George's County, they have confirmed to DC News Now that the man who intentionally set an apartment on fire is in custody. His name is Anthony Cooper. He's 50 years old, and authorities say the arson has now left 10 people without a home. DC News Now's Tosin Vakile live in the studio for us this morning. She's following the story. Tosin, police say that Cooper admitted to setting the fire while he was detained on the scene. So we know that, but did they say why he did it in the first place?
Yeah, Joseph, that's the big question, and police haven't said why Anthony Cooper intentionally set that fire, but investigators tell DC News Now while Cooper was being interviewed, he admitted to setting that fire at Huntley Square condos on Thursday night, and his actions have left some people who live there scrambling to figure out what's next. On Thursday night at about 11 p.m., after arriving at the scene, crews requested a second fire alarm when they saw the big flames and fire shooting out of the roof. Officials say Cooper had been detained before crews arrived. He is facing arson and reckless endangerment charges. The fire at the 3-story building at those condos displaced 8 adults and 2 children. Those impacted are glad someone was caught, but still cannot believe what happened.
You get the knock, and then the next thing you know, it's like the whole building's on fire.
I've been here for 10 years, like single father, and now we got to figure out what's next.
The Red Cross is helping the people who are displaced. 2 firefighters were injured. They're expected to be okay. Now, as for the cost of the damage left behind from that arson, well, Joseph, that's estimated at about $1 million. We're in the studio. I'm Tosin Vakile for DC News Now. Back to you.
A hefty price tag indeed, and we're thinking about those 10 people who were left without a home this morning. All right, Tosin, thank you. Fancy vacations, chartered yachts, and even a private flight. These are just some of the things that Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas says he wasn't required to disclose, even though the person who picked up the tab for them was a Republican mega donor. An in-depth piece from ProPublica was published earlier this week. It has been viewed on Twitter over 28 million times, alleging that the justice accepted several luxury trips from Republican donor Harlan Crow over the course of several decades. And now Justice Thomas is responding to it. In a statement, he describes Crow as a friend and that he was advised by court colleagues and others in the federal judiciary that, quote, this sort of personal hospitality from close personal friends who did not have business before the court was not reportable, close quote. Now, one of those luxury trips was back in 2019. ProPublica reported the trip could have costed more than $500,000, including a chartered plane and a yacht.
The power to determine who represents someone is with voters. They've turned the Tennessee legislature into an old boys club. It's an outrage to American democracy, and it's adds insult to proverbial injury that the 2 black members are removed and the white member is not.
All right, happening now, civil rights activists are speaking out this morning following the expulsion of 2 Democrats, 2 state lawmakers from the Tennessee General Assembly. They faced retaliation for chanting back and forth with gun control supporters inside of the House chamber earlier this week. Of course, all of this coming after last month's school shooting in Nashville that left 6 people dead. Well, just yesterday, take a look. Vice President Kamala Harris wheels down in Tennessee, making a last-minute trip. She met with the expelled lawmakers as well as young people who were advocating for tougher gun laws. President Joe Biden also condemned the expulsion, saying it was shocking, undemocratic, and without precedent. Something like what happened this week, guys, has only occurred a handful of times in Tennessee since the Civil War. The Republican-controlled House voted to expel Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Another representative, Gloria Johnson, was also on the chopping block, but she survived by a single vote. Activists, they rallied at the Tennessee State Capitol on Thursday ahead of the expulsion vote. You can see this video right here showing highway patrol officers blocking the staircase to protesters inside of the building. Of course, it was a heated day in the Tennessee State House, not just because of the expulsion vote and lawmakers clashing over that, but also about this ongoing debate over gun control.
Whatever it takes to make sure they are safe at school and feel safe at school, yes, sir, we will fortify those schools.
And I'm outraged, and we should all be outraged. We need to do something, and expelling Justin Jones is not the answer.
All right, so what's next? County commissioners in Tennessee now have to pick replacements for the expelled lawmakers. Those replacements will serve until a more formal special election is held. But take a look at this. The fight might not be over for those lawmakers who were expelled. There's a chance that they could be brought right back in. Representatives Jones and Pearson could be chosen as their own replacements by the county commissioners. The two men are also eligible to run in those special elections, and if they win, they will be reinstated as state lawmakers. The story is not over quite yet. But for right now, we got to send it over to Brittany Ward with the top story of the weekend, which is that Easter once again is going to be absolutely beautiful. Hey, Britt.
Absolutely, Joe. We just got to get through today. We are going to be dealing with those clouds throughout the entire day. So if you're getting your yard ready today for Easter tomorrow, giving you the green light, we're going to be dry as we head through the rest of your day. Temperatures will be on the mild side, mainly getting into the lower 50s. We're mostly going to be seeing clouds. You could see a peak of sunshine here and there, but overall it's going to be an overcast day. But then come tonight, temperatures dip down into the 30s, and then we'll start to see clearer skies heading into Easter. So definitely keep it here. We'll have a check of that Easter forecast after the break.